Thank you so much for being here. I want to start asking you, how many of you are playing roles based on societal expectations? Are you truly living or just existing in someone else's dream? In my home country, Mexico, there is this phrase that is told to almost every little girl. Quiet girls are prettier. This phrase is crushing the dreams of countless women, urging them to be silent spectators of their own lives. Our roles as daughters, mothers, and sisters are best performed without speaking out. But today, standing in front of you, I want to tell you a different story. Today, standing thousands of miles away from where my journey began, I want to tell you a different story. My name is Veronica Santiago. I'm a 37 years old Mexican immigrant in Canada, a Master of Tourism student, a wife, a mother of two children, Jorge, 8 years old, and Maria, 3 years old. And I am very proud to say that I am also a very successful business entrepreneur. Easy to say it, but extremely hard to do. This is my story. Like so many women in Mexico, I quit my quickly advancing position to get married and support my husband's career. I chose to place my career on hold. He didn't ask me to do it. That's the script many of us unconsciously follow. 8 years ago, I became a mother, and once again, my career was put on hold. Motherhood was a joyous time, but also shadowed with postpartum depression. That time was tough, but also brought me my greatest teacher in life, my first son. He taught me what resilience really is. That is one of my superpowers after becoming a mother. My postpartum depression lasts for 2 years. Feeling guilty was part of the daily joy that my kid brought me. I was not necessarily super sad. It was the guilt about everything. The guilt that he was born as premature. The guilt if he didn't gain weight. The guilt about not feeling like myself anymore. I was lost, navigating between the joy of my children and the silence of my aspirations. It took me a lot of therapy and courage to overcome that depression. After that, I was ready to have Maria, my second child. Postpartum depression hit again, but this time it was different. This time I enjoy it. For as long as I can remember, owning a business was my dream. Yet, when I became a mother of two, that dream seemed beyond impossible. In the culture I was raised in, a narrative plays out repeatedly. Women should put themselves last. It's instilled in us that in order to be a good mother, a good daughter, a good sister, we must place others before ourselves. We eat last, we dress last, and our dreams are last. So, how did I become a successful entrepreneur? Amidst the global chaos of the COVID pandemic, when borders were shutting and the world seemed to be closing in, I found the courage to chase my dream. I started a home-based travel agency. It might sound counterintuitive starting a travel agency when the world was locking down. But it was more than just a business. It was my rebellion. It was my therapy. And for the first time, it was me putting myself first and investing in me. The pandemic gave me the courage to take that risk. All that fear and uncertainty actually worked the opposite in my case. I remember I thought, if the world is ending, I want to end it doing something that has meaning to me, which in my case is tourism. So I took the plunge, I stopped merely daydreaming, I seized the doubts, and transformed my aspirations into action. How? I started to say yes to every new opportunity, especially if it was a scary one. Because in the end, it's not about the dreams we envision, but the steps we take to realize them. Now my business is my passion. It's more than just a job. It's a calling. It's something I've discovered I excel at. And the beauty is, it never feels like work. It's what brought me to Canada, allowing me to further my dreams and my education. Embracing Canadian and other cultures has given me the opportunity to choose the role I want to play and not the role I used to be told. But entrepreneurship is a rocky path laden with challenges. I'm exhausted 90% of the time. There have been moments of doubt. I still have anxiety attacks and I cry in the bathroom from time to time. But amidst these hurdles, what keeps me grounded? 3 pillars. The first one, a strong support network. We may be far from our family, but we've found a new one in friends and in neighbors who've become our lifelines. Their unwavering support has bolstered my resilience. The second pillar, seasoned mentors who've illuminated my path, sharing their wisdom generously. Their guidance is invaluable. The third one, techniques and strategies to manage the occasional overwhelming anxiety. Now I see it differently. Motherhood has blessed me with unmatched strength. The ability to multitask and navigate my roles as mom, entrepreneur, student, and more. Now I embrace the struggle. I am no longer resentful about the challenge of being a mother and an entrepreneur. Every day I take 5 minutes and I remember my why. This is my why. I want to inspire other moms who pause their professional careers to reignite their passion and take their careers back. We can be both nurturing mothers and also successful leaders. To every woman listening, find your tribe. Seek out for those who uplift, empower, and inspire. Together we are unstoppable. There's a world out there of women and men waiting to walk this journey with you. This pretty girl is not a quiet one, not anymore. Thank you so much for being here.